guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians. Today's song is from Larry, one of our supporters on Buy Me a Coffee. So thank you for your support and for your song suggestion. This is another Bob Seger, and I cannot wait. Honestly, since the first time that we listened to Bob Seger, I think this is our third one. If I'm not mistaken, we can put a link for the last 2 or 3 ones that we listened to. I cannot get enough. I mean, I knew him, but I only knew like a couple of his songs. But I am so excited to explore more of his like works and albums and songs throughout the years. I love his voice. There's so many things I love about his voice. It's not just the voice color. I love the delivery that he has, like the arrangement and his voice tone. I don't know, there is such a charm to his voice alone, even if you don't like watch him perform. And always like the themes that he talks about, they're so meaningful, and it always like reminds me of like somebody that has lived, and these are his experiences, so it feels really personal. And I think that's why it's so effective and it's so touching, because so far the songs that we listened to, it was like all the stories were so like relatable and personal. Well, even if you have not exactly experienced those exact things, but you can really feel that where he comes from, like from all these experiences that he talks about, it feels really sincere, at least to me. So that's why I'm excited to explore more. This is Roll Me Away. That is going to be a new song for both of us. So let's go ahead and start listening to this one.
Took a look down a westbound road, right away I made my choice. Headed out to my big two-wheeler, I was tired of my own voice. Took a beat on the northern plains and just rolled that power on. "12 hours out of Mackinac City, stopped in a bar to have a brew. Met a girl and we had a few drinks, and I told her what I decided to do. She looked out the window a long, long moment, then she looked into my eyes. She didn't have to say a thing. I knew what she was thinking. Roll me away, won't you roll me away tonight? I too am lost, I feel double-crossed, now I'm sick of what's wrong and what's right. We never even said a word, we just walked out and got on that bank. And we rolled. And we rolled clean out of sight.
Wow, that was so good. Oh my God. I think he's my favorite singer from now on. It cannot be like that. Every song that I heard from him, it's just like I fell in love with it. So I think I need to like reconsider things. I love that whenever he starts the song, everything like fits with that story that he's about to say, from all the visuals to all the even without the visuals, all the instruments, they felt like they're at the service of the story. And the story is really important to me in music, because I feel like music is just another way of storytelling, or art in general. So, and then that's really bold in his songs. So I feel like having that big like important element and having everything else like moving around or being kind of like fitting around that, it's really important, and I think that they do it perfectly. I know it's just not just himself, it's the whole band, but that's just like, it just gets me every time.
Yeah, and I also really didn't expect that, because the songs that we listened to him until now was a little more in a slower side. I mean, it was also slow, but the energy that it was behind it and his acting was it was like more, you know, energetic and more faster. But I have to say, as much as I really love his unique voice and the warmth and the woodiness that he has in his voice, and also I'm enjoying really the whole song, but I wish there was a more like not complex but like more thoughtful of the chords, or like the piano, or I don't know, the music until now at least. I wish it was like more untypical. This is like really typical, like chords progression, or the things that you expect in a normal, like I don't know, non-classical or pop music. But until now, I'm not really convinced with the with the arrangement. Wow. I'm sorry if I'm offending, but it's just my opinion.
Good luck in the comments to you. All right, let's go listen to the second section of it. I'll go a little back.
And we roll clean out of sight. Mr. Home, I had it all along. Still on a mountaintop, staring out at the Great Divide. I could go east, I could go west, it was all up to me to decide. Just then I saw a young hawk flying and my soul began to rise. And pretty soon my heart was singing, roll, roll me away, I wanna roll me away tonight. Gotta keep rolling, gotta keep riding, keep searching till I find what's right. And as the sunset faded, I spoke to the faintest first starlight. I said, next time, next time we'll get it right. Roll me away. Roll me away. Roll me away.
Well, I should say, first of all, I love the second half of the song so much better. I love the
yeah.
build up to that moment. It was really nice. And I loved the visuals that it was adding. I think it really, that's what I meant. I know a song is not necessarily supposed to be watched. You can also just listen to it. So that's what I meant by like everything being at the story service. I know if you're just listening, the instruments should also capture and really paint that picture for you. But now that we have that added layer of visuals, I love that because I feel like it really went well with the story again. Because and I love that. I know you talked about the tempo that is like obviously faster and has like more groove and energy to it compared to the other songs I've listened to, but I think it again truly captured the spirit of like being at a motorcycle, and it's like very different than driving a car, for example. And then when you're on the road,
Yeah.
when you're on a motorcycle, I guess like all the things, it feels more like, first of all, faster. It feels faster, and you're more exposed to the external things as like versus like a car that you're kind of like in your own little room. So I feel like this song is also felt more like exposed, that you're like, oh, you're just seeing everything, you're just, and it's so fast and you're just feeling everything, and like you can just digest all the scenery and all the feelings that you're going through, like these beautiful, like all the natures that you're seeing, and that it really, I guess, captured the spirit of like escaping from whatever you're escaping, like the real life, and then really getting into like an uncertain but free road, kind of like that. So I love that about this song.
Yeah, I also have to agree with you. I like the second half of the song a little more than the first half. Specifically, I really like this really intimate and more silence part. It was towards the end when the instruments were like very quiet and soft, and he was also singing in a very lower like volume, and it was also intimate, and it was like he's saying something into your ears or something. I really like that, and also I like the solo, a small solo piano part. Yeah, and the whole energy in the song, I really liked it.
Yeah, now that you talked about the ending, I feel like one of the reasons that it felt like, I feel like it didn't have like an immediate moment that is just, okay, this is the end of it. Like by fading it like that, I think it's like interpreted that it's not done, because obviously it's talking about this journey that he had getting to freedom. And I love the story side of it, by the way. Again, I felt like it had like that signature Bob Seger like story vibe, and also like very personal. I don't know if this comes from an actual experience, but it really felt like that. He is talking about that, and how, like, I don't know what the girl symbolized, because she was with him, I don't know, maybe a relationship, like but not all the way. So she finally, like, she went home, and then he was alone on top of that mountain, and then the hug. Obviously, there was a lot of, I guess, symbols or like things that are metaphors for different things. But then the whole theme of the song I love, because again, it's nothing that I haven't heard before. Like in these kind of genres, it's all like the again, the desire to be free of all those like reality chains that you have in your life, and really feel that you are like on your own and you can do whatever you want. And then I love that the ending also, like, again, like captured that mood, because it didn't fully end in an abrupt moment. It kind of like faded away, which like implies that the journey continues, I guess. So again, that was really interesting.
Yeah, and I have to say that except for that a little part that was, the volume was so down, and it was like they were playing with a little bit the dynamic and nuance, but the whole thing was kind of like this. And instead of like playing with the dynamic to make like tension or like to make a climax or something, they were using like the element of texture to make it bigger or smaller, or to make a climax or something. So the layers of instruments that they were adding and just not adding, that they were there or not there, build up this big or smaller texture. In general, playing more with the texture than the dynamics, like usual. And I have to say that compared to other songs that we listen to him, I imagined a personality or kind of a style for Bob Seger based on the things that we listened until now. And I always thought that it's a very calm and you know, he's like has this very calm personality, or the songs are really like that. But this, exactly as you said, was more out there, and especially with the raspiness that he was adding to his sound, like more than the other songs that we heard until now. It was adding all to this, like out there and energetic, and more like this kind of personality or sound that we know from him until now. And also the whole song like had this feeling of that there's an ensemble is going on, not like it's a band and then there is a singer on the top, and it's like it's the main character or something. It was like a whole, and like a really ensemble work, or like a band that were all you know, playing together or singing together. Yeah,
it was so cool. I am really enjoying diving more like into this rabbit hole of Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band. So, and I'm open to listen to more. I honestly sneakily listened to some of his other works because I was so curious, but this one was new. So if you guys have any other suggestions, please let us know, and we can definitely make more videos about it before I go and listen to everything that he has. Like the more I listen to him, the more I'm convinced that I should go listen to a lot more of his work. So please let us know what you think and what else we should be reacting to. But thank you again, Larry, for this song request. We thoroughly enjoyed it, and we hope you guys did as well. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and drop your comments below. If you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow with our next video. Bye!
bye.